We inherited a COCOBOD that could be described as insolvent. A company that owes almost 33 billion cedis. A company, and these debts, some of them are 4 years old, 3 years old, 2 years old. You know, so this is a company that is actually giving out contracts, road contracts, worth 21 billion cedis. And no matter how you look at the financial capacity of this company, I mean, there's no way you'll be able to afford to spend 21 billion cedis on roads in the next 5 or probably even 10 years. And you wonder why we would want to do anything like that. I mean, if you look at the executed jobs, that's certificates that are pending at the cash office, that's about 4.4 billion. And the company also, for some reason, strange reason, decided from 2019 to sign these road contracts in US dollars to Ghanaian contractors, you know. And so it's been terrible. I mean, we owe agrochemical suppliers about $400 million. And some of these agrochemicals, we have not seen them at our stores. But COCOBOD also imports CIF. And so once these importers bring the things to Tema and they issue the BLs or bill of ladings, their work is done.
Okay.
And so if COCOBOD does not take steps to clear these things, you still pay anyway.
What is the CIF?
They don't have to clear them.
Okay.
So once they bring them to the port and they hand over the bill of lading to COCOBOD, their work is done. It's now COCOBOD's responsibility to clear these things. So we're told that we're supposed to have over 200 containers of jute, sacks, and agrochemicals at the ports. The National Investigations Bureau is investigating because we don't know where these 200 containers are. But of course, all these once the bill of ladings have been presented to COCOBOD, then there's a liability that we must deal with. And so you also have the issues of jute sacks I spoke about quite recently,
which you lashed about.
Yes, you're right. Because, I mean, it defies, you don't know why people would want to cause such financial loss to an institution that is already bleeding. I mean, at the end of the 2021-2022 season, the records show that COCOBOD had over 94,000 bales of jute sacks in its stores. Yet, COCOBOD went ahead to procure another 75,000 bales, which is in excess of $45 million. Now, each bale contains 300 sacks. And so your projected production also determines the number of sacks that you would need. Now, these sacks came in, COCOBOD cleared these sacks minus some, a little under 1,000. They couldn't clear that. And that year, COCOBOD used a little over 50,000 sacks, which meant that what was in stock was more than enough to deal with what they will need for the subsequent year. The next year, COCOBOD, despite the fact that they had over 111,000 sacks in its stores, still want to procure another 75,000 bales, which is also in excess of $45 million. And with this particular one, they cleared only 17,000 and couldn't clear over 50,000 at the ports, you know, and this added up to it. That year, we used only a little over 30,000 sacks, because as your production drops, the number of sacks that you use also drops, you know. So
those sacks are still at the port?
I don't know. The NIB is finding out whether we can find them or not. Then the following year, with all these sacks at the port and all that, COCOBOD went ahead and procured another 56,000 bales, you know, in excess of $30 million. And with that one too, they even cleared less than 1,000. Now the worst part is that, so with all this narration, now you have over 70,000 in your stores. And then you have over 110,000 that you have not cleared over a 3-year period. But guess what? In December of 2024, COCOBOD issued irrevocable letters of credit on the COCOBOD accounts with the Ghana International Bank in London for $48 million to procure 80,000 bales in December 2024. So you have been procuring these bales as against the stocks that you have in your stores For 3 years, you have not been able to clear 110,000 bills. You will not focus on clearing those bills, but you also go and sign another contract for the supply of 80,000 bills at $48 million and issue these letters of credit, and this irrevocable. So I can't terminate the contract. I cannot reverse the transaction.
You just have to pay.
Those bill of ladings have started arriving. Once the supplier is able to demonstrate that they have provided a bill of ladings covering all the 80,000, the 48 million is wired into the account, $48 million. How do you run a company like this?